Welcome to Farm for Life, your source for off-grid living and homesteading, a sustainable lifestyle for a healthier and happier you. We blend the beauty of traditional practices with a modern touch, guiding you towards self-reliance. Join us on this extraordinary journey as we explore time-tested farming methods, sustainable living techniques, and the joy of strengthening our connection with the land. Today, we've got a hefty task on our hands, taking care of over 450 meat birds during our evening chores. Join me as I guide you through the process, making sure these Cornish Cross chickens are well fed and happy. Now, let's get started. So we're shaking things up a bit tonight. Instead of our usual routine, we'll be going from oldest to youngest coops. The first batch, a lively group from Valley Farms, is around 9.5 weeks old, with 21 of them still strutting their stuff. Just look at how big and beautiful they've become. Now, a common question we get is about their diet. We opt for a non-GMO Kickstarter feed, specifically an 18 blend. Some might suggest 20, but we find this corn-free, soy-free option works wonders. Securing the tractors against the wind is crucial. Once that's sorted, it's time to get the waterers out and shift these chickens to fresh ground. With plenty of feeders on hand, we'll pour in the feed, and these feathered friends will be ready to chow down. Keeping them on a schedule similar to our other animals ensures they're not just lounging around all day. They get their meals in the morning and afternoon, promoting a healthy balance of energy. Moving on to the next batch, about 5.5 weeks old, these birds are raring to eat. It's a bit more chaotic with around 143 birds in this group, but the process remains the same. Stakes out, waterers in, and then the move to fresh grass. Now, take a look at the aftermath. Some active, well-fed chickens, and even our trusty companion enjoying a snack. Cleaning out waterers with a brush is a morning routine to keep things tidy. While these watering pans may not be the most convenient, they're doing the job for now. It's the same drill here with our friends here. These birds are a bit younger, about 2.5 weeks old compared to the last bunch. Similar head count, and we're rocking tray feeders in this coop. Let's get the water and feed sorted, and then move these little guys forward. Oh, and we've got a tarp along the back for extra protection. Better safe than sorry. Our youngest batch is now happily grazing on pasture. Quick heads up, these guys can be a bit mischievous, and sometimes they like to explore their feeders a little too intimately, but that's just how they roll at this age. We're looking at around 360 chickens outside, and we've still got one more batch inside in the brooder. Let's not forget about them. We've got some hungry chicks to attend to. Now, these little fluff balls are just about 5 days old. 150 of them in total. Now, this is the prime time to care for them in the brooder. We'll freshen up their water since warm water isn't anyone's favorite, and we've got some grit to sprinkle on their feed for a balanced diet. Now, the chicks are all set for the afternoon. We'll clean their space in a few days, and in about a week and a half, they'll be ready to venture outside. Chick care is a breeze in the early days, but as they grow, they get a bit messier. We've got feeders and water elevated on wood blocks to keep things tidy. Water and feed are super important for the survival and healthy growth of chicks, especially the Cornish Cross chickens that grow fast. When it comes to water, chicks are mostly water when they're born, around 80%. Not having enough water can be really dangerous for them. Water helps them control their body temperature, digest their food, move nutrients around their bodies, and keep their joints working smoothly. If they don't get enough water, it messes with how well they can grow and develop. Electrolytes in the water help their muscles and nerves work properly, and in dusty places, having enough water keeps their breathing passages wet and lowers the chance of infections. Now, let's talk about feeding. Cornish Cross chicks grow super quickly, so they need the right nutrients to build strong muscles, bones, and organs. Their food, called feed, gives them proteins, carbs, fats, vitamins, and minerals that are super important for their health. Eating regularly gives them the energy to explore, peck around, and grow. Having a balanced diet with vitamins and minerals also boosts their immune system, making them less likely to get sick. If they don't get the right nutrients, especially in fast-growing breeds like Cornish Cross, they might end up with skeletal problems. Both water and feed are equally important for chicks. If they don't get enough water or the right food, it could be really bad, even deadly. So always make sure they have access to clean water and good quality feed that suits their age. And for the best care, make sure to give them water within 24 hours of being born. Use feeders and waterers that fit their size and age. Keep an eye on how much they eat and make changes if needed, and clean their feeders and waterers regularly. Think about adding electrolytes to their water when things get stressful. To make sure my Cornish Cross chickens grow well and stay healthy, I need to feed them the right stuff at the right times. I start by giving them good quality starter, grower, and finisher crumbles designed just for them. I begin feeding them within a day of their hatching to help them grow properly and absorb their yolk sacs. When it comes to feeding, I let them eat whenever they want by having food available all day. I spread out feeding stations so they all get a chance to eat without pushing each other around. As they grow, I adjust the height of the feeders to make it easy for them. I keep an eye on how much they eat, making changes based on how active they are and what their droppings look like. This helps me save money and catch any problems early on. In the first week, especially if things are stressful, I might add electrolytes to their water to keep them hydrated. For big groups of chickens, I split their meals into a few times a day to avoid fights over food. I also pay attention to their protein needs and might get advice from an expert to make sure they're getting the right nutrients for their growth and the weather. Choosing the right feeders and water containers for their size and age is important too. I start with small ones for chicks and switch to bigger ones as they grow. Keeping everything clean is a must to avoid waste and sickness. I also make sure they always have clean water available, adjusting the equipment based on the size of the flock. I take care of the environment too, making sure their living space is at the right temperature and well ventilated. I control the lighting to help them grow, and I keep their home clean to prevent diseases and stress. Checking on the chickens regularly is crucial for catching any signs of sickness or injury early. I follow some safety measures, like limiting who can visit and quarantining new birds to keep diseases away. And to keep things organized, I keep detailed records of their food, growth, health, and any medications they might need. This helps me improve how I feed them in the future. Now, the moment we all look forward to, our birds on fresh grass, living their best lives outside the brooder, healthy, happy, with plenty of space to eat and drink. We like to let their feed run out during the day and then treat them to an afternoon feast. It keeps them active and healthy. Our chicken chores take about 40 minutes to an hour, which we do twice a day. I hope you enjoyed joining me on our chicken care adventure, getting insights into the world of raising Cornish Cross chickens and ensuring their well-being. Now, here's the exciting part. I want to hear from you. What's your go-to tip for keeping your chickens happy and healthy? Do you have any unique methods for handling your evening chores? Drop your thoughts, experiences, or questions in the comment section below. That's a wrap for our Farm for Life episode today. We invite you to be part of our off-grid living and homesteading community. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our information with your friends and family. Let's build our community together. Thank you, and we will see you next time.